Look out your window, and chances are you'll see a flash of black feathers darting across the sky. For centuries, crows have been feared, misunderstood, and treated as symbols of bad luck or death. We call a group of them a murder of crows, a dark name for a bird that many see as a mere scavenger. But behind those sharp, black eyes lies one of the most sophisticated minds on planet Earth. Today, on Animal Odyssey Tales, we are unlocking the secret world of crows. We are stepping beyond the myths to explore a creature that can solve complex puzzles, use tools better than chimpanzees, and recognize human faces for years. Why do they hold trials? How do they pass information across generations? And what is the incredible truth behind their ability to plot revenge? Let's dive deep into the mind of nature's smartest bird. To understand how smart a crow is, we have to look past the size of their head. Relative to their body, a crow's brain-to-body ratio is almost identical to that of a chimpanzee. In fact, scientists often refer to crows as feathered apes. Their intelligence is packed into a specific area called the nidipallium, which handles high-level cognitive functions, abstract reasoning, and problem-solving. One of the greatest tests of intelligence in the animal kingdom is the ability to create and use tools. While most animals use objects just as they find them, crows take it a step further. They design them. In the forests of New Caledonia, crows have been observed taking twigs, stripping away the leaves, and bending the ends into perfect little hooks. They then use these custom-made hooks to fish out fat grubs hidden deep inside tree bark. If the twig is too short, they will look for a longer one. They understand length, weight, and function. What's truly mind-blowing is that they don't just do this by instinct. Parents teach their chicks how to make these hooks. It is a primitive technology culture being passed down through generations right above our heads. If you think making a hook is simple, you must hear the legendary scientific experiment of a crow named 007. In a famous study in the UK, scientists designed one of the most complex animal puzzles ever created. An 8-step logic puzzle that required a sequence of specific actions to solve. 7 had to use a short stick to get a stone. Use that stone to drop into a box. Release a longer stick. And use the longer stick to finally reach a piece of food. 007 had never seen this complete setup before. He stood there for a few moments, analyzing the machinery with intense focus. Then, without a single mistake, he completed all 8 steps in the exact correct order and grabbed his reward. He didn't use trial and error. He planned the entire sequence in his mind before he even moved. But their mental power goes beyond logic. It includes an eerie ability to recognize human faces. Researchers at the University of Washington conducted a famous study where they wore a specific, scary mask while capturing and banding crows. Years later, when the researchers walked through the campus wearing the same mask, the crows didn't just fly away. They screamed, dive-bombed, and attacked the masked humans. Even crazier, crows that were never captured and chicks that hadn't even been born during the original experiment joined in on the attack. The original crows had communicated the danger to the entire flock, teaching them exactly who the enemy was. If you cross a crow, they will mark your face, write you into their history books, and tell their grandchildren about you. Beyond individual memory, crows live in highly structured societies with their own laws. Have you ever seen a dead crow on the ground, surrounded by dozens of other crows making a loud, chaotic noise? Many people think they are mourning, but scientists discovered something far more analytical happening. A crow funeral is actually an investigation. When a crow dies, the flock gathers around the body not just to weep, but to find out how it died. They look for predators, traps, or dangerous humans in the area. They treat the scene like a courtroom, analyzing the risk to the rest of the pack. If they see a specific human near the dead crow, that human is instantly labeled as a threat. They also practice justice within their own ranks. If a crow steals food from a nesting mother or betrays the flock by failing to sound an alarm call when a hawk approaches, the pack will hold a trial. A group of crows will surround the guilty bird, cawing aggressively, before launching a collective physical attack as punishment. They understand fairness, cooperation, and the consequences of breaking the rules. But crows don't just hold grudges, they also remember kindness. Across the US and the UK, there are hundreds of documented stories of humans who fed local crows and received gifts in return. A little girl in Seattle who regularly fed the crows in her garden began receiving a collection of shiny objects left behind on the bird feeder. Silver earrings, polished glass, small keys, and shiny coins. The crows were deliberately paying her back for her generosity. They understand the concept of trade and gratitude. Their eyes can see ultraviolet light, allowing them to spot tiny details invisible to humans. And their vocal cords can mimic human speech, dog barks, and car alarms. They are constantly listening, learning, and adapting to our world. While other animals suffer from urban development, crows thrive in our cities because they learn how to use our technology. In Japan, crows have learned to drop hard walnuts onto pedestrian crossings, waiting for cars to run over them and crack the shells, then waiting for the red pedestrian light to safely walk out and collect the food dot in the end. The secret life of crows forces us to redefine what intelligence truly means. They show us that a brilliant mind doesn't need a massive body, and wisdom can wear feathers. They are not the villains of the sky. They are the clever guardians of the urban jungle, watching us just as much as we watch them. If the puzzle-solving genius of 007 or the stories of crow revenge touched your mind today, please hit that like button to help Animal Odyssey Tales take flight. Subscribe to our channel and join our global flock of nature enthusiasts. Share this video with a friend who needs to look at birds a little differently, and let us know in the comments below. Have you ever been gifted something by a crow? Or are you on their bad side? Thank you for watching. Keep your eyes on the skies. And until next time, keep exploring.